My wife wants my daughter gone, so I gave her an ultimatum.
Well, I want your wife gone.
Yeah. Hey, Reddit. I, 43 male, have been with my current wife, Amanda, 42 female, for the past 6 years, and we have 2 daughters, Becca, 4, and Eliza, 2, while I have 2 kids from my previous marriage as well, Liam, 17, male, and Sage, 15, female. By the way, this comes from user Purpose of Dune, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Trigger warning, children. Boxing. The divorce was less than amicable, and since my ex-wife had more money and a better paying job, she was awarded primary custody despite me fighting for it. For the past 8 years, I've only had my older kids every other weekend and on Wednesdays. A few weeks ago, my older kids asked if they could live with us full-time due to issues with their stepdad. Liam especially had come to blows with him a few times, and even their mother thought it would be for the best. I did talk to my wife about it, and I know she wasn't happy as she feels uncomfortable around my older kids, although this is something she neglected to tell me until we had our first child together. Things since Liam and Sage moved in have been hard, and as much as I'd love to get some family therapy, my wife is against it, and we're on a waiting list. Before, when my kids would come over, my wife would take our daughters to her parents a lot to give us space, even though I never asked her to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure being a step parent is difficult, but my kids are really good kids. They have straight A's, they have lots of friends, they play sports, and are incredibly respectful. I know I'm biased, but people go out of their way to tell me these things. So it's been terrible watching Amanda nitpick everything they do. It's almost as if she's waiting for them to slip up so she can send them back to their moms. We had already gotten into an argument over the holidays due to her trying to push them out of our traditions. Our older daughter, Becca, is going through a biting phase. Her school wants her to get occupational therapy, and I've been working with our insurance since Amanda doesn't like the one at the school, but always it seems like there's an endless wait list. So obviously the house is tense and we've all been walking on eggshells. Then, yesterday morning, when I was making us some breakfast, we heard a scream and Becca came into the kitchen crying, saying that Sage hit her. Amanda ran into the den where Liam and Sage were and started screaming at them to leave. She was obviously pissed, but Sage told her she was sorry. She had been done with the TV, so had changed it to one of the girls' shows, and Becca got excited and bit her. She said she didn't mean to slap her and felt bad.
Exactly.
It's a pain response.
Like, she bit her and she probably went, ah.
Yeah.
Also, like,
I got bit.
I'm
happens
sorry.
all the time, yeah.
Even if it was like a punch or, I don't know, even if there was actually like intent behind it, as long as it wasn't like they were going at, you don't tell a 14-year-old to like, get out of the house, never leave. Like, that's a conversation where you're
That's
like, you know
true.
what? You are like, you parent them. You don't kick them out of the house.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I immediately calmed down after hearing that because I think anyone has been there, but Amanda didn't believe her. Sage even had a bite mark, for God's sake. Things continued escalating, and our girls were crying, and Amanda screamed at both of my older kids to leave.
I'm sorry, if someone was doing that to my kids, I'd be like, don't speak to them that way.
It's true.
Don't
It's
you
like,
dare.
this is where you need to be like in between them.
Yeah, like,
hey,
no,
you're way off base here.
that you
All
are
right?
way out of line.
These are all of my children. Sage told her that she would, so she could calm down, and that pissed Amanda off more. That Sage is emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Great. Liam and Sage left to friends and ended up spending the night there. So for the past day, Amanda has been on one, saying I needed to pack their things and send them back to my ex-wife's house permanently. I can't keep dealing with this BS. I told her this morning that it was an accident and she needed to let it go, but she's refusing, even threatening to call the police. She said she could never be comfortable with her babies around Sage anymore and that she didn't feel safe. I laughed because Amanda herself once hit Becca for biting her. She ended up taking the girls to her mom's and I told my kids to come back. Amanda has been texting me that she'll be back tomorrow and the kids needed to be gone. I was ignoring her, but finally said this was their home and if she was comfortable, she could pack up and leave. My parents came over and basically told me I wasn't wrong, but shouldn't have said that she could leave. I know there are some things you can take back, but at this point, I almost mean it. I would hate to deal with another divorce, but Amanda has been so terrible to my older kids these past few weeks. I honestly feel like she's become a different person. And there's an edit to clarify. When we had every other weekend plus Wednesday custody, my wife would take the girls and her parents on Wednesdays only, and I would take the youngest to dinner. Before we had kids, she'd go to dinner, but our girls aren't the best at restaurants. She would be here on weekends. My son is not violent. His stepdad believed in violence as a form of punishment, which I do not and never did, but that's why they asked to live with me.
Which is another element of this, of people being like, absolutely not. They're staying here.
Right, because they don't feel safe there.
Yeah.
And
now you
they're
have
my
this other
kids.
stepmom who's like making them feel not safe here. That's terrible.
But Sage has gone from apologetic to fully devastated about this. She offered to go back to her mom's as long as Liam didn't have to. So I told her that would never be necessary. She did not mean to hit her sister, and Becca was incredibly upset about biting her. We are working on it, but we are a single income family, and I cannot afford an occupational therapist outside of my insurance, and I am probably going to utilize the one at school, though, despite what Amanda has said. Also, our youngest was not planned, but things seemed to be getting better, so we were excited. I did get a little snip-snap vasectomy after that, but I love all my children. And there's an update here. Edit. Can everyone stop telling me to save text messages? I'm not stupid, guys. I know that. And edit 2. I do want to point something else out because I'm getting attacked for it. I knew about Amanda's feelings after she gave birth because we're a married couple, but my older children did not. I even asked my kids if they had felt unwelcome, and both emphatically have said that prior to them moving in full time, they were under no assumptions that Amanda felt anything but love for them.
Oh, I was trying to remember what the change was in the past couple of weeks, and it was that they moved in full time.
Yeah. They knew that when she had kids that they would be her main focus since Liam and Sage mostly lived at their mom's, but didn't think her attitude towards them was off until they moved in. And yes, I did emphasize they should be honest with me, and they said they were, which is why everything that has been happening lately is so devastating for them. All 4 of my kids are okay with me, and Amanda is still at her parents' house. My older 2 kids have told me some disturbing things that they've been feeling since moving in full time. It took me a while to get it out of them. They said they've been uneasy, and it felt like if they put a single toe out of line, they'd be forced to go back to their moms or be homeless. They've been trying to be good and perfect and nice, and they're getting worn down by it. They say they don't know what changed in Amanda because she used to love them and be kind to them, and I don't have a good answer, but I told them it wasn't their fault. My son said he's worried that she'll tell the younger ones lies about them or something else, and they were uncomfortable being around the kids even though they loved them. My daughter again offered to move back to her mom's if Liam can stay, which broke my heart. Liam said they would live with my parents if they'd have them, which hurt even more. I told them they weren't going anywhere. They said they know how upset I was after the divorce and don't want that, but I told them repeatedly my marriage was not their problem to worry about. Meanwhile, Amanda has been texting me non-stop. I've not been responding unless it was about Eliza and Becca. She has said some incredibly cruel things about me, my 2 older kids, and our relationship, basically telling me my kids just want us to break up, just like their stepdad, and I shouldn't let them win. Ma'am?
Where are you getting this from?
I just want to
Where are you getting
know
this from?
where you get the audacity. I'd like to, wherever you're sourcing yours from, I'd
Yeah.
like to get some.
I would text. I mean, I wouldn't text her back, but if I were to text her back, I'd be like, actually, they want us to stay together.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with you.
That's just a me problem with you now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a me problem.
It's a me.
Yeah. She called them my children, spoiled and entitled and smart Alex who would ruin my life if I keep letting them. I obviously ignored that, but between all this, she texted me a list that she wrote of her non-negotiables for her to move back in. They were all pretty deranged, except one which did say she wanted cameras put
Oh
up
my
in
gosh.
common areas, which
What?
I've already decided on and ordered. But other than that, she demanded cutting Sage and Liam out of the will as they will get money from their mom, which is insane.
Also, I would like to point. It seems like single income household, which, like, why does she think she has any say on where this money goes? She's not earning any of it.
And I think, again, this really, the core of all of this just feels like, well, it's my kids versus
Yes.
those kids.
Yes, exactly.
And my kids have to win. So she demanded cutting them out of the will, which is insane. And also, it's not like we're talking expecting to be able to leave much to anyone anyway. The house is the one I had bought with my ex-wife. She wants to sell it and buy one to start fresh. I want to point out that when we got together, I told her I was definitely going to be staying in this house until my kids went to college, since it's their childhood home. And now it's our girls' childhood home. So I won't be leaving. They would need to find somewhere else to live when they turn 18. Also insane because she knows I think that's trashy and they turn 18 in the middle of their senior years. She did not want to have it to do anything with my older kids, including family events, dinners, and vacations. And yes, that would mean excluding my oldest from any family vacations, pictures, and all of that. She does not want our daughters around Sage or Liam. She wants veto power over any extra time or money I'd be spending on Sage and Liam to make sure things stay fair. And probably the most deranged one of all was that she wants half of the child support their mom is sending put into a retirement account in only her name?
Divorce. Oh my God. This woman's crazy.
Dude, did you just roll in out of stupid town? You think this guy's going to do all that after how you treated his kids?
I'm sorry, is this like what she's asking for in the divorce, or is this her demands for not divorcing?
Back. This is just her demand to be back in the house.
This is her coming back.
Yeah, but
what cloud are you on that you're like, yeah, I can make these demands and he'll abide by them, right?
I can't even fathom being this completely out of line.
It's like if someone hits you with a baseball bat and they leave and then they call you and they're like, hey, I'm
gonna need a new baseball bat.
I'm gonna need a new bat. Like, here are the terms. If you want me to come back, I need a new baseball bat.
No, here's the terms. If you want me to come back after hitting you with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
1, no helmets.
No helmets. You can't run away.
No. 2, zero protective gear whatsoever. 3, glue all over the floors. All of the floors except for my shoes. My shoes are anti-glue.
No glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
4,
what this
I need
is.
a new baseball bat. All right.
This is what this is.
Pay me to hit you.
It was immature of me, but I just did the ha thing to that text, and she sent some other BS text to piss me off. So he just reacted to the text message like with a little bubble, didn't even respond. I talked to my father-in-law earlier today when he picked up / dropped off the younger girls from church. He seemed annoyed with the whole situation and referred to it as Amanda's little tantrum. Originally, the girls were going to go home with them, but they threw a fit. Luckily, I'm off work this week to be with them. The sad thing is that Sage and Liam have been avoiding the younger girls, which is devastating for them, but I'm trying to work on explaining everything right now. And by the way, I'm going to explain right now that you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this on Spotify and iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts. Wherever you listen to podcasts, just search OK Storytime, and there you will find a proverbial El Dorado of stories.
Eldorado,
watched that last night.
Magnificent.
You did? You watched
the first time?
It last
You
night.
watched El Dorado last night?
So good.
For the first time?
I forgot.
Oh, okay, not for the first time. It's an amazing movie. I love El Dorado.
I know my man's not watching El Dorado for the first time.
I would be shocked.
No, not
El
for the
Dorado
first
is
time.
incredible.
No.
Of course not.
Bro,
So
I was singing
good.
the songs like I remember them from yesterday. I was like, wait, why do I remember these?
I just want to hit that pose, the guy with the...
And up to me, oh God. Yeah, so good. Freaking Elton John.
It was Elton John, right?
That was Elton
was
John.
Elton John?
That was all
Thank
Elton
you.
John.
Thank you. I told
soundtrack.
Carly, I'm like, this is Elton John. She's like, I don't think it's Elton John.
It's Elton John, dude.
Okay. We've gotten to Elton John. What do we have to say about this story?
Elton John.
Nothing else.
John.
Divorce.
So I did find a therapist for my kids this week. It's out of pocket, but obviously I can't wait any longer. I don't know what Amanda's up to. She FaceTimed the girls earlier, but I don't talk to her. I don't know how fixable this is. I told her if she wanted therapy, I'd set it up, and she was emphatic that it was not necessary. I told her that that was my non-negotiable. So not a great update, but it's nice to get feedback. I might not update much if things go the way I think they're going, but I gotta do what I gotta do. And that is the end of that story.
There it is.